have another blog on your website called Shoot a Damn Video. And so what is why is it important to be doing videos nowadays?
So, well, I mean, it's obvious. I think it's obvious. Video is taking over the world. I So in 2000 and I want to say 18, I went to Utah. A friend of mine has a company out there, and he helped me shoot a course for automotive salespeople. And one of the things that I taught them was that why it was important, why video was so important, especially on Facebook, right? Because for a long time we thought about YouTube for video. That's all we thought about: video, YouTube, video, YouTube. But if you'll follow what Zuckerberg's agenda is, right? And his agenda at that time was to take over video views because think about it, YouTube equals Google, Facebook, and those are marketing dollars, Google dollars, Facebook dollars. So where are the people going to market at? And so when Zuckerberg decided, you guys have to remember the evolution of Facebook. When Zuckerberg first started allowing video on Facebook, you had to click it for the video to play. That was the first step. Then you could play it and you could hear it at the same time. Then the next evolution was that it would start playing, but you couldn't hear it until you tapped it. Right. And then if you scroll down to another video, you'd have to tap it again. Now, if you unmute one video, it unmutes all videos. Right. And so Mark started considering a video view to be 3 seconds long. If you slowed down and watched it for 3 seconds, he considered that a video view. And you'll look in whenever you're doing video ads on Facebook, and it measures it by those increments also. How long did they view the video?
Yeah.
And so he started being able to spout, because what he did was he arranged the algorithm to give higher priority to video content because he wanted to outpace YouTube. So if you see what his agenda is, if you can follow where his brain is going, you can be part of the tide that he's doing, because he's going to loosen up. It's like being at a slot machine on a Wednesday, right? Whenever they went, oh, we need some people to be winning here, so they'll come back this the weekend when we're going to tighten up the bolts again, right? And so he will loosen the algorithm, and you would get more views if you posted a video than you would on a post that last week would have gotten just a crap load of views, right? And so then that he started preferring and giving preference to videos, then people started creating more video content, people started consuming more video content, and within a very short period of time, he passed YouTube on video views by his measurement, right? By what he said was a video view. But he was able to use that to the marketing communities and go, look, I don't know why you're advertising on Google for video, because I'm getting more views on video on Facebook. You should be using them over here. And so and not that I think that Facebook is the end all be all and people want to go, Facebook is dead or whatever. But the thing is, for a marketing machine, Facebook is probably the ultimate marketing machine. I mean, 100%. So I follow what he's doing. And so to go back even further than that, I'll make this brief. So maybe 2015, I may get the years wrong, at South by Southwest, the first live streaming app, Meerkat, popped up. I don't know if you're familiar with Meerkat, but it was the first app where you could live stream, right? Gary Vaynerchuk went balls deep on Meerkat. He was an investor. He rolled it out at South by Southwest. It's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, blah, 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 blah. About 2 to 3 weeks later, Periscope popped out. And Periscope, before they even went live, had an affiliation with Twitter, right? And so now, if you had a big Twitter following and you went live on Periscope, all of your Twitter followers were notified. And within a matter of weeks, Meerkat was dead because they didn't have that affiliation. And Periscope was the king. Everybody was on Periscope live streaming. I mean, Chalene Johnson, everybody was like, that was the place to be, was live streaming. Facebook didn't have Facebook Live at that time, but they were chasing as hard as he could. And so from spring of that year till you got to about November, December, about November, he started rolling it out in small pieces. So if you were an influencer, if you had these certain titles in your bio, then you could have Facebook Live and you wouldn't know. You'd log into Facebook and you'd have the little red button and you're like, oh my God, I have the live button now, right? Where it wasn't available to everybody, because he had to see whether it would crash the platform. If everybody went live at once, was it going to crash his platform? And so, so he started rolling out in pieces to everybody. So everybody then eventually had the ability to go Facebook Live, but it took probably 6 to 8 months for everybody to have it. to
Yeah.
have that button, right? And when they did, Periscope was dead, literally. Like I don't have the Periscope app anymore. I don't even know anybody that uses it anymore. It
I
just
don't
doesn't. You're
even.
gonna
I remember hearing about it, but it's almost like HD DVD and Blu-ray. They went head to head for a while,
right,
and Blu-ray won because they put it in the
right,
PlayStation, and HD DVD is like the Laserdisc. No one really talks about it anymore.
right. So once again, once you follow where Zuckerberg is going and who he's chasing or who he's trying to acquire, so if he can't acquire them, then he's going to replicate it, right? And so that that's when Reels and Stories rolled out is when TikTok got hot, right? Reels got hot when TikTok got hot because he can't acquire it. It's a Chinese company. They're not going to sell it to him. So he's got to replicate it as much as he can. And then he started monetizing Reels. So all of this is video format where the stagnant posts, although they have their purpose in life, people are consuming more and more and more video. And our attention spans are about this long anymore because we watch it, swipe. It's 30 seconds swipe, 30 seconds swipe, and that's our entertainment. If you ever got stuck on TikTok for a couple of hours and go, what do you mean it's midnight? I should have been in bed at 10 because you got sucked in. And so that's why video content is so important. First of all, um, think about a message that comes across to you in a text message and you read it in whatever tone of voice you want to. You can read it snarky, you can read it really sweet, you can read it however you want to. You make up the audio in your head as to what this written word says, right? With video, my intonation, how I feel about stuff comes across immediately and you don't have to interpret it, right? Like I'm telling you how I feel. You're hearing my tone of voice, you're seeing
Oh
my
yeah.
body, you're seeing it all. And so that's why it's as close to human connection as we can. And if we think about coming through the pandemic, that blog was probably written before then, but if we think about coming through the pandemic where everybody now went to communicating this way, because that's what we were stuck to doing was communicating screen to screen. Now, even more than ever, we're all programmed to receive data this way. So if you're not doing video, you're really missing out on a huge segment of your audience.
Oh yeah, like video is becoming very huge for my company now. Like I started doing YouTube, I don't know, 16 months ago, I think it is now. And all my videos at the beginning sucked. They're all garbage. They're terrible. And most of them I was like looking down like this, not even, I'd look up every once in a while, you know, and da 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 da, and I'd look up and it was terrible, right? And on top of it, I had a cheap microphone from Amazon. So every time I like touched the table because I was nervous, it'd go ding, ding, and like it was just terrible. But you know what's funny is what kept me going was one of the videos. I took a blog that was on my website and I read word for word the blog in video form. And it has, I think to this day, I think it has like 8 or 9,000 views 16 months later.
That's
And I kept
awesome.
going, well, people liked the information that's there because it was good information. How do I duplicate that? But actually look at the camera like I am
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean? And so now I've gotten more and more confident, and now I'm putting out videos. And like I have some that have been out in the last 2-3 months. They haven't even been out long, and they got 10, 12,000 views. And I don't have 10 or 12,000 subscribers. I think I have 830 or 840 subscribers right now. Right. So, I mean, so if you put out good content, people will find it. And it's funny. I get people the United States. I get people from Canada. I watched your video and I'm buying this unit because of your video. And then they're
Nice.
like, and it's funny, I'll have them call me and I'm like, oh, do you know we also sell it? You do? Oh, okay, I'll buy it from you. And I'm like, man, obviously I didn't do a good job when I sell it. So, you know, I need to start doing that, right? But I actually found out what the problem was with that. Anyways, that's another story. But yeah, but video at the end of the day, is very powerful, especially if you have good content. And like even I just put out a video yesterday, it only has 200 views, but it's 20 minutes long and average engagement is 5 minutes, which means that the people who are coming to it are watching it. 1 out of 4 people are watching the full 20 minutes. So you want to make
Nice.
sure that whatever you're putting out there, people actually want to watch and you are educating them. And what as Andy says, education, entertainment, and impact equals
Right.
engagement.